Scripture suggests that the return of Jesus is near. Like, what if Jesus was already here? Like, what if Jesus decided to reappear as a prostitute and spend her evenings on a stroll? Like, what if she walked past you carrying a clutch purse instead of a cross, or had a camel toe instead of a donkey? Would you notice her? Would you speak? Would you get down and wash her feet? Or would you deny her of her divinity? Would you consider Jesus more trick or trinity? Like, if she exposed all of her holes, would you call her holy or whole? Like, what if Jesus had 12 children and no disciples? Like, what if she was from next door rather than Nazareth? Like, what if she used Viagra to raise Lazarus? Like, what if she turned her rent money into malt liquor rather than her water into wine? What if the first time her temple was turned into a marketplace was at the age of 9? What if Matthew, Mark, Luke, and Little John wrote a hip-hop song about her rather than a Bible verse? Would you bother to ask her her name? But see, this isn't criticism about Christians. This is 100% about Kenneth. For the times I was too embarrassed to kiss my mother in public. For the days I would pray she wouldn't come to PTAs or school plays because I was too afraid of what folks might say. For the times I was too scared to care because I was ashamed of her career, ashamed of her tears, ashamed of her fears, ashamed of her crack pipes and beers. This is for the days that my hands were just too holy to hold her near. But how do you worship your mother when her name ain't Mary? And she ain't married, ain't dating, ain't even collected names from all the men that she's been mating with. How do you stand on stomach? You know every trick your mother flipped to assure food match your mouth. When you know that her knees and bowels were not used for praying. See, my mother, she ain't never hang on a cross, but she's been nailed in public a few times. No, she ain't never been crucified, but I know a few crews that tried, and my gym teacher was one. So was the deacon, and a few married men creeping. I guess from being fucked by Judas is on your daily to-do list. You become really familiar with the crowing of cocks, but what if Jesus came back as my mother? Like, what if Jesus grew a few extra scars just to prove that all our faith had flaws? Like, what if Jesus' greatest miracle was giving her son everything he needed to live, even when she had absolutely nothing to give? And if you can worship a God that sacrificed his only son to save some sinners, then surely you can worship a sinner that sacrificed her soul to save her son.